And just so excited being on the grass with the guys, getting an opportunity to go compete. You work so hard, during your off season. Guys come back in January after the bowl game. They've been great as far as their accountability, being great teammates to one another, pushing themselves to get better every single day, individually, collectively. That will help build us to where we want to be. But the ability for those guys to now correlate everything over and go play football and make mistakes, get better, compete, have fun, and build the team culture that we're ultimately going to have.
The winning edge, the small changes to the areas that are absolutely vital to success, that can lead to dramatic results in overall performance. It's the Knights football team's off-season program where individuals turn into team leaders. Two that caught head coach Josh Heupel's eye, sophomore defensive end Randy Charlton and redshirt freshman defensive back Trey Green.
We've been talking about Randy. Let's go ahead and start with him. So can you just talk about Randy and just what you've seen in him this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's seen a dramatic change in how he looks and his ability to move weight inside of the weight room. But obviously had a really good freshman season, but I think, just in coming back from the bowl game, dramatically has changed who he is as a person. Just, how he interacts with everybody, his ability to lead and want to step out in front of the group. And just the way he's competing on a consistent basis, the way he walks into our building, his attitude, demeanor, just really proud of how he's grown as a person, and that's really reflected in what he's done in the weight room this offseason.
Randy Charlton's done an awesome job, going into his sophomore season. Stats on him, he's 255 right now. In the last 6 months, he's put on 22 pounds. That's hard to do, and we're talking about keeping his body fat percentage down low. The other things he's done, not only that, he's increased his strength numbers from the bench, his squat, to his hang clean.
My get off with the ball, I think, is really developed. I mean, as compared to last year and this year, it really has grown. Right now, we're really working on get-offs, really with the D-line get-off, explosion, relentless. Like, every day we got to get off the ball. It's really about our explosiveness and our muscles and our legs and inside our arms to get offensive linemen off us.
Trey, just as a young guy who got an opportunity to play some in special teams with the new rule, still had the ability to redshirt at the back end of the season. He's a guy that came in the 150s, just body weight wise, was a multi-sport athlete, never had spent a ton of time in the weight room. Physically, he looks so much different than he did when he arrived here. The power that he has on the backside of his body, being in the squat rack and some of the press things that we do, has allowed him, just his speed. We have GPS that tracks their speed. He's increased his speed dramatically since he's been here, and so excited about what he's done since he's gotten to be a part of our program. Really excited to get him out on the grass here when spring ball opens up.
Oh, geez. To be honest, it's everything. He came in, he put on about 20 pounds since he's been here. And he's up to 175, still has goals to get bigger than that. His speed has increased drastically for him. Strength gains, it's 65, 70 pounds for a back squat. Same thing for his bench. So everything, he's gotten stronger. He's gotten himself bigger. So he's getting himself a chance to go out there and compete with our guys this year.
So I came here 155 actually, and then throughout spring ball last year, I lost it. I was like up and down like 150. So I told myself, if I want to be ready for next year, I got to be not just mentally prepared, but physically prepared. And right there, if you want to be great outside and on the field, it starts in here in this weight room. So I took that in mind, and I just rolled with it.
Successful people aren't different in great ways. They are just different around the edges and their vital areas, their characteristics, their mindset.
How do you think coming in early last year, how is that going to help you going into this year? Even though you did have a slight injury, how's that still going to help you?
My mindset, I already know what's going to be there. I already know what's going to happen. So I just got to do it and do it better than last year. I mean, I'm only 19, so you're going against 23-year-olds, old linemen, getting them off me, leveling the playing out, it really helps.
He's excited about what the season can hold for him in the future, but he's got a great ability and mentality right now to just attack every single day what he's doing, controlling the now. And I think for a couple of those guys, they look around the room and it looks a lot different. And there's some guys that they had been in the room with together and they kind of maybe took a second place, back seat to them and felt comfortable with those guys taking ownership and kind of leading the room, where all of a sudden those guys are gone and they're like, okay, it's now upon me. And we want all of our players to take that ownership no matter who's in the room, but I'm glad that Randy's really, taken a lot of ownership and is excited about the opportunity to kind of be a leader inside of that defensive end room.
Championship seasons happen from the accountability within the locker room. Be a great teammate.
Like, for example, I had started coming in and getting extra workouts like 3 weeks ago, and I noticed that I was the only young guy. So I also talked to players and I told them to come get an extra workout with me that play my same position, because we got to build each other up to be a better team.
His thing is just the hunger. I love his hunger, his passion. Every day he comes in here, has great energy. He wants to be great. He's like, give me more, give me more. And so that's just that effort. It's infectious. The rest of the guys, they see that. It brings everybody up. The iron sharpens iron approach, and he's the leader of that, where I'm going to push you. Not only am I going to push myself, but I'm going to bring energy to the group and raise the bar for everybody.
Despite the year next to their name on the roster, this dynamic pair is ready to make the defense UCF fierce.
And it's not about age. Being a leader is not about age. It's coming in, you guys respect you. Well, they respect those two because they bring the energy every day. They have passion for the game, and they work hard. So if you do those things, guys are going to start gravitating to you. You got the positive energy every day. Guys want to follow somebody like that, and both those guys are great examples of that.
Finish on me, 1, 2, 3.